Alright, so this is Diesel We the People News. Okay, one more time. Now, anything I say or do on this is just my opinion only. Why? Because I'm not an attorney and I'm not giving legal advice. Okay? I don't want to dumb myself down, people. Alrighty, we're going to continue on part 3. Secrets of the Court Clerk. Okay? And what can I say, you can file a grievance against the clerk as well as your attorney. Now, that being said, when you file these agreements, they're going to throw it in the trash and tell you they did not do nothing wrong. Okay, so do you research clearly, accurate when you do this? Why? Because if you want to hold them accountable for their actions, you must file a claim against the attorney or clerks. Okay? Since they're going to throw it in the trash, when you file a claim, now it's going to go to the insurance. They're going to have to run to the insurance. Look, they're going to be filing a claim on me. Somebody figured out my secret. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm scared. Okay? So, now, that being said, there you go. That's going to be issue on standpoint. Okay? So you just, like I said, when you file anything, bar agreements, judicial agreements against the judge and all that, you actually have to follow through with some type of claim, suit, okay, as you guys would call it, okay? Now, I'll probably go under 28 USC 3113 because I don't believe in the 14th Amendment, which is, what is it? Title 18 USC 19, or wait a minute. I can't remember that code, but the 1983 Act, okay? But that's under the 14th Amendment. Since I don't believe it was legally ratified, I want to make sure something's done legally and lawfully, okay? So I'm probably going to go under the 2818 USC 1331, okay? That's going to probably where I'll be, all right? You could go under 1601, okay? Kind of look that one up. I believe 18 is positive law. 28, I believe, is not positive law, but I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that. But that being said, I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving legal advice, okay? This is just my opinion. You do as you wish. You stand on your rights, and I'm going to stand on my rights. Alright, but this is a learning video. It's for educational purposes, y'all. To think outside the box. Why? Because we never we just want to look straight forward. We always want to look around us, be able to protect ourselves by any means necessary. Okay? These officials has gotten by with way too much crap, y'all. And attorneys is not helping you. By my opinion, okay? All right, let's go.
And they want to know when I would try to come back. But like I said, I don't trust any of them at this point. And I'm trying to learn fast. So I'm going to still need you guys because it's just so much. A friend of mine asked me would I set up an LLC and help people with this here locally, just rent it's an office downtown. I said, I'm not an attorney. I'm not an attorney,
you know
and
what?
I'm not a judge.
Neither is any of us here.
You're better than an attorney.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need to be an attorney because we don't need that.
An attorney is one who only had torn torrents property from another. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Attorney means to turn over.
I'm gonna have to.
You can call yourself an attorney in facts. You're turning over facts, but in general, you're just, you are, you're actually better than an attorney, better than a lawyer. So sometimes when I do help people, I'll go by attorney in fact, and they can't say that's them, okay? Because like I said, a turn just means to turn over something, and you're turning over facts.
Got you. Well, would you be so kind?
Also, the extension of minds on that for the people out there, right? Remember, if you're not an attorney, you did not fill out a bar membership card. You are technically, even though it may be easier to go by the procedure. You're not contracted with a bar, okay? Any type of claims I just talked about earlier, right? You can go directly to the district court, the federal courts. You do not have to go through all these lower courts, okay? The bar may have to, okay, because they're under contract, right? But you do not agree to operate in their contract, their procedures, okay? So you are not bound to it, but there are certain things that will make it easier to be heard in court, okay? So understand that as well, okay? Let's go.
To give me rule of law where I can mention and write in this week. I have to amend my complaint in federal district court against circuit court. And I don't have, no one is giving me rule of law. I've tried to look it up. They closed the law library. I can't get those records. And then I have no dummy cases to go by. None. And I'm like, are you serious? And no, I cannot. And these are friends that have turned on. They haven't turned on me. They just don't want to get the smoke. And I get it. I get it. Do you have access?
Why it's in my mind, and I'm sorry interrupting again, you can go to JMC Lovett and see the whole thing without my input, okay? But you hear these things about the Supreme Court saying that rights are not absolute. But we're misconstruing when the judges are saying rights are not absolute. Rights are absolute. However, you can waive your rights, and that's what the judges are saying, but they're leaving it open to interpretation, y'all. You got to look into the things that's not being said, okay? So when the judge saying, well, rights are not absolute, he is absolutely correct. You can waive your rights, which, you know, you can waive your Fifth Amendment, you can waive your Fourth Amendment and all that kind of stuff. You're consenting to have them search your car. But your rights are absolute if you stand on them. That's what the Supreme Courts are basically saying. They're leaving that open to interpretation. If you don't know your rights, then, you know, it's not absolute because you don't know your rights. So the judge is saying, well, rights is not absolute. You can waive them. Just saying.
As to rule of law with discrimination and what they're doing, and I would bring this up in federal court because that's
95. There's a whole section, Anita. Look up 18 USC. 18 USC.
That's all you need.
Yep.
I've got 139 pages of codes and stuff that deal with all the color of law and everything they're doing to people. Literally I'll send it to Floyd and I'll have Floyd forward it on to you. And it's a huge page. I mean, it has everything in it. Everything. And it even tells you what the fines and the penalties and charges are inside of this document.
Okay. That being said, I'll give you guys a little hint when she said 18 USC code, right? That says 1601 to 1661, I believe. I may misspeaking, but look up 1601 and read it a little further. But you got to really read it. You're probably going to have to read it 4 or 5 times to understand it. Okay? Look what's not there. Okay, this is what courts and attorneys and all of them are doing. They're doing things that's not there.
It's 138 pages. It's all you need. Everything is in there. That's it. That's all you need to go after them. Just start reading it. If it applies to you, put it down. That's how it works.
Anita, there's very good things that you can do just by asking questions. You know, a letter of rogatory, do not make it more than 25 questions, but you can put forth a letter of rogatory asking all court members to answer these questions. And if they cannot, then, you know, write in the language of that. If you can't answer this question or provide any proof or blah, 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 then dismiss the case. You know, these are things that you need to put it, because it's really, it's a contract that you're writing with them. But very poignant questions like, what is your EIN number, Court? Because they're actually a business entity. They have no representation from our government.
Oh my God.
When they don't want to give that to you, that's where I get a little skillful. And like in my case, I just went right to the Treasury Inspector General's Tax Assessment Division and said, hey, all these people have stolen my identity. They're using my estate without my permission. As the executor for the estate, I must protect all property of the estate, and they have my property. And you just simply write that in an affidavit to the Treasury Inspector General's Tax Assessment Division, because guess what? That court is still a corporation. They still owe taxes on everything that they have, quote unquote, charged you, because they are the debtor. Oh, and by the way, if you want some information, we have all the bankruptcies for all of these courts throughout the whole entire nation. We could find that for you real quick. And most of them were in 2017. Okay? So all these state courts filed for bankruptcy, which automatically makes them the debtor. Right?
Yes.
Legally, they can't take any of these actions because they're under active bankruptcy. So there's all kinds of good things that you can put together if you want to.
Well, you guys just confirmed I'm gonna go into business.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got a lot of templates because I help quite a few people. I think I've got 14 active cases right at the moment.
I will give you.
I mean, seriously, I've got some templates that I'm working on. Jurisdiction templates, challenging jurisdiction, letter of regorgatory.
Derogatory.
All of these, and this is what I help people with. And you know, I take on too many cases for me to do everything by myself, but I still have to write a ton of stuff for people. And I will send them all over to Floyd. Floyd will forward them all off to your email.
I will get my post office box or give you my email. Not my email. My if you want, I'll take it email. I'll take it however I can get it. Mr. Wolf,
yes.
Can I get your do you mind if I have your phone number?
Yeah, that's totally fine. Actually, I just sent
we're
you
being recorded. We're being recorded. You might not want to give it over the recording.
Well,
I'll give it.
Oh, yes,
I'll give it to you, Anita. I'll forward it.
Yeah, thank you, Doc. You guys are giving so much good information, and I did not record, so I will definitely be trying to get all of this down. But how can I would like, the house will be paid off soon, and I would like to put my house, I was told that, and from what the little bit I know, putting it in a trust would keep them basically from having the state from having any jurisdiction with it. My car, my house, and I think Mr. Floyd had told me about the I don't do questions process. So it's so much that I'm trying to, I don't know how well that works.
You can join the trust class. I teach all that in the trust class. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Is there a website for the trust class?
Yeah, thefearlessfloydshow.com.
Is who, baby?
Thefearlessfloydshow.com.
Right here behind me.
Oh, Fearless Floyd. Okay. Yeah, that's you, Mr. Floyd. Okay, I'll join that today. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, I've learned a tremendous amount.
You're gonna want several trusts opened. You're gonna want to layer your trust. You're gonna want to have a revocable living trust that is your pass-through trust. You're gonna want an irrevocable trust. Then you're going to want some express trusts for your vehicles and stuff like that, because you don't want your vehicle in your regular trust in case it's a liability. So yeah, you're gonna have to open up several different trusts and different capacities to hold on to this stuff. And you can have just a regular irrevocable land trust that will lock it up. So if we leave it as a revocable, then they're looking at it as something you can terminate anytime you want, and it's an extension of your person. But if
Sorry about that. I guess some of you newcomers, sometimes my TV gets a little loud. Alright, let's try to just... Right here. It does that little safety switch crap. Okay, so they made a funny sound out of it. But at this point, I'm going to back up a little bit and restart the video on
they're
where
not
they
going
at.
to say a lot to you if you put it in.
Okie. Alright, this is going to be part 3. Till next time. This will be the People News, standing arm length. Okay? Learning video. Educational. No more, no less.